We haven't seen all that much snow in the month of February. In fact, even a lot of our moisture came early in this month. We did see about a half an inch of rain. That's how warm we've been. We've seen more rain than snow this month, our typical snowiest month of the year. But yeah, we only got a trace of snow here in Lincoln so far for 2024, and well, not expecting any today. So we're going to end at a trace for February. And then you can see going in years past, it kind of fluctuates. We didn't see all that much in 2022 or 2020 either, but typically on climate average, we see closer to 7 inches. Didn't see all that much here in Lincoln. Didn't see all that much in Kearney this month either. Grand Island, Hastings, a little bit more, a tenth or a few tenths out in Grand Island, but for all of us, 5 to 7 inches is normal. And for all of us too, we saw most of our moisture at the beginning of this month. So we know how dry it's been out there. You can actually see something I'm going to point out this morning that I haven't had much chance to talk about yet because now there's more light to the picture. We're going to notice a little more haze working its way into the picture. Maybe you've heard about some of those wildfires going on down in Texas. Well, we've got southerly winds. They're going to transport a lot of the air from Texas into our area today, maybe reducing some visibility and some poorer air quality going into this afternoon, and especially in central Nebraska, but we'll show you that here in a second. Warmer to start out this morning, 20s and 30s across the area and mainly across the state, so not as bad as some of those sub-zero wind chills we were feeling yesterday, but there is still a wind in around 10 to 15 miles per hour. It will be strongest across eastern Nebraska today. We'll show you this hour by hour. Wind gusts by 7 a.m. starting to pick up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. Then 10 a.m. once we get a little more mixing down to the surface, gusts as high as 40, maybe 45 miles per hour possible across eastern Nebraska well into this afternoon and well into tonight. So for that reason, a red flag warning in effect for the eastern half of the state. Critical fire weather expected due to these warm temperatures, these winds picking up, and the dry air that we have in place. So any fires that would start would spread very quickly, as we saw with that Betty's Way fire. They're still working on putting out about 82% containment at this point. Clear skies out there right now, but with those southern winds and how strong they're going to be into this afternoon and not much changing, all that sunshine is going to be able to mix some higher winds down to the surface and maybe mix in some smoke concentration from down south. We're talking again from those wildfires in Texas. Here's a look at the smoke concentration. Those reds talking higher concentrations through much of central and northeast Nebraska by about 9 a.m. today. We'll notice it here in Lincoln. It won't be as bad. The worst of it to be through central portions of the state based on this model, and then maybe we see a little bit more into later this afternoon and evening, still as those winds are shifting out of the south and southwest. So something to keep in mind. We're warming though through the end of the month and the first part of March, back to the 60s and then 70s by this weekend. A strong cold front is going to come through Sunday into Monday, knock temperatures back down, but only into the 50s this time. And we may see a little early mix Sunday night and into Monday morning, but it doesn't look like much for this. Just in the short term, we're worried about that critical fire danger here at home and maybe some smoke and poor air quality through the central portions of the state.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on both of those situations throughout the day, of course. Thank you very much, Jessica.